Hey, how you doing? Justin here. Today we're going to check out how to read a chord diagram, something you're going to find very helpful on your guitar journey, I can assure you. So let's start by having a look at a chord diagram for a D chord, which is the first chord we're going to learn today. So let's get one of those up. There we go. Now you'll see that there are 6 vertical lines, and these represent the 6 strings on the guitar. Okay, I often think, like, if I'm holding my guitar up like this, you'll see that we've got the thicker string on this side and the thinner string on the other side of the chord box. Now, some chord boxes have a thicker line for the thicker string and a thinner line for the thinner string. That's not always the case. Sometimes the lines are going to be exactly the same thickness all the time. Now, the horizontal lines represent the frets on the guitar. Okay, so you'll often see here, these are the frets going along like this. Now, at the top of the guitar, particularly for beginners, you're going to see this thing. This is called the nut of the guitar. Now, this is either represented by a different colored line, sometimes usually like a black line or a darker line. Sometimes it's a double line. Sometimes there's nothing really that indicates that it's the nut at all. So a little bit, it depends on which diagrams that you see. I tend to favor the thick black line to represent the nut in the diagrams that you'll see on my website. On the neck diagram, you're going to see some dots, and these represent where to put your fingers. You'll very commonly see a number next to these dots or inside the dots, and these tell you which fingers are going to press down where on the guitar neck. Now, we don't tend to use the thumb very much on the guitar. If you do use it later on, you're going to see it's notated with a T for thumb. Surprise. Finger 1 is our index finger. Finger 2 is your driving finger, finger 3 is your ring finger, and finger 4 is your pinky. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and T for thumb, but you're not going to worry about using the thumb in those early beginner stages for sure. If you've ever learned piano before, make sure that you don't get confused, because with piano, they call thumb the first finger. Confusingly, it's not a finger, it's a thumb. It's T. So, at the top of the diagram, you'll also see some X's and some zeros. Now, an X at the top of a string means that you won't play that string. Now, you'll notice here with the D chord, we've got 2 X's on the thickest 2 strings, so we're not going to play the thickest 2 strings at all. And then we've got a 0, which will mean that we play that string open with that. And playing a string open means that we're going to play the string with no fingers on it. Now on the D chord then, you'll see that we've got our first finger down in the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, the 3rd finger down in the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and the 2nd finger down in the 2nd fret of the thinner string. Don't worry about that, we're going to go through that in a whole lot more detail in just a second. But that's the basic idea of learning to read a chord diagram, and we're going to be using those right through this course.